Hey guys, welcome to American Beer TV. We're going to continue with some of our clown shoes. So we got a muffin top for you today.
Oh yeah,
so,
this is getting serious.
Yeah, 10%. You want to crack it open?
Sure,
I'll talk about it. So we've seen a lot of Belgian IPAs out there, but this is the first Belgian Tripel IPA that I've seen. So it combines the qualities of a Belgian Tripel at 10% with an IPA. So that's pretty unique. I haven't seen that yet before.
It's super orange, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's a really nice color on it. So
got
this
some haze.
Yeah. So this is apparently also made with American hops and orange peel. So, yep. So let's give it a try.
What kind of American hops?
No. Definitely very hoppy. It's got a really nice,
I would say,
hop nose to it.
Yeah, I would say it's got those fruity hops, like a Citra type of hop or something.
Yeah. Really fruit, but there is some dankness to it. There is still some of that, Simcoe type. And this is 10%. So, now normally sometimes the Belgian yeast strain doesn't play really nice with hops, in my opinion, with some of them. But we'll see how this goes.
Kinda,
yeah.
It's peachy.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Tons
looks
of
like
fruit,
that
yeah.
too. Looks a little peachy.
Tons of fruit flavor, but there's some underlying dankness back there. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I think that sweetness is gonna kick our ass. Oh
wow.
Yeah.
That is good.
The
That is really
hops
good.
Really just like roll through, like layer by layer. Yeah.
And they have a long finish. They are, there's a ton of hop complexity in this. It's not just like super dank bitterness and whatnot, but this has got a lot of real complex hops to it. It's
10% no heat at all.
No, none. I'm not picking up I'm picking up a tiny bit of Belgian yeast strain underneath all those hops, but not very much.
Usually the hoppier, like Belgian style IPAs, they kind of mask it, unless they use a really like wild, freaky strain.
There's just a
yeast.
tiny little bit at the end there that gives you just a hint of a Belgian yeast, but for the most part, this is just a tastes like a heavy hitting IPA to me.
Yeah.
Or actually, this would probably be a good solid double IPA at 10% with this hop profile.
The Belgian yeast, now that it's rolled around in my mouth a little bit, has that grapefruit quality.
Yeah.
So the hoppiness, that bitterness with
it blends
that
nice with it.
Fruitiness of the Belgian yeast has that really tart grapefruit quality.
Yeah, and see that's.
But it says they were using orange peel in this.
Well, that's what it said here on the label here.
Yeah.
It says
American hops and orange.
Intense flavors reminiscent of candied fruits mixed with American hops and sweet orange peel to create a unique take on a Belgian style ale. So, one of the interesting things about this, to me, is that, like I was saying, with some of the Belgian IPAs, they really go to create a pronounced Belgian yeast flavor and a really pronounced hop flavor. And sometimes, depending on the different strains that they use or whatever, those can conflict and they don't play really nice together. This is a really well-crafted version of that. I think that they chose a great yeast strain for it that wasn't too dominant and let it take second place and let the hops really, use this as a showcase for the hops. And they chose one that complemented the hops. And so I think
you have to be really careful with hoppy Belgian style beers. They can get really soapy and really astringent.
Yeah, that's what some of them. I'm always kind of like leery with a Belgian IPA, but this one is really amazing. And like I said, this is more along the lines of I don't know. It's kind of like
the sweetness, the malty sweetness is kind of coming through too. It's a pretty big beer.
It's a huge beer, and
like I said, but no heat. You get that big malt characteristic.
There's tons of grapefruit. I mean, this is really, really nice. I don't know. I would say this doesn't quite have the punch of something like a Ruination 10th Anniversary or a knuckle sandwich or something like that.
Yeah,
it's not
like that
quite.
But it's caramel malt characteristic isn't there?
Well, like that. And it's not the really super dank hops. But you know what? I think if you want a little subtler version of that,
tiny resin characteristic. It's got
has a little bit, just a little bit. I'm picking up a little bit of resininess, but This is really nice. I'm very impressed with this beer.
What I'm tripping out on is that Clown Shoes is they're well, not, I guess they're like a contract beer, or they're using a larger facility to brew their beer. They're not just using like a small little 10-barrel, 15-barrel brew house. They're using a larger facility.
I didn't know exactly how. That's probably how they're able to get distribution. Mercury Brewing Company. Yeah, out of Ipswich.
Well, the founder of this company is a distribution guy. I did some research and I looked around for some other videos and on their website and all that stuff. And yeah, the guy, I want to say his name is Sean. He knows his way around beer, so
cool.
It helps.
Yeah, and if he's a distribution guy, he's getting it out all over the place. And
yeah, it's good for us to get something from a smaller brewery. What's really cool too, my point of talking about contract beers. It's awesome to see a beer like this come out of like a larger contract type brew facility, because most of the time they're just crap. Most of the time it's like amber, red, Irish, maybe an Irish dry, red. Stout, pale ale. It's like the most basic crap ever.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing that a lot. If you go into like any of the big box stores, you're seeing a ton of brand new labels from breweries you've never heard about.
Yeah, it's the same freaking beer like over and over again. It's like,
so,
hey, we've got Fire Engine Red, isn't that cool? And you're like, no, not really.
So yeah, you're right. Contract brewing has gotten kind of a bad rap, and kind of legitimately so, because most of the time those brewers, those people who are doing that, they really haven't put the blood, sweat, and tears into a brewery like the smaller craft brewers have.
Yeah, well, just look at the marketing on this. I mean, they've obviously like branded themselves different than everybody else on the market. They're using like really cool artwork. They're using creative names. It's like,
so this is like contract brewing done right.
Yeah, it's
so
like
what you
for sure. It's like what you should do. It's like if you have an idea and you want to, put it to market, do it like this. Don't do, hey, I got this great idea to start a brewery, so then you just steal somebody else's recipe to put your stupid label on it. That's lame.
Yeah, no, this is I gotta say, so far I've tried several beers from Clown Shoes, and each one of them has been unique in some way.
Yeah.
That has offered something that I'd never really tasted before.
In a big way. Yeah.
So cool. I'm really excited to see them out here and try more and more of their beer. So they actually said that, say on their website, that 4 packs of 12-ounce bottles of this are coming.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be a year-round thing. You should be able to get it wherever you see any Clown Shoe stuff going on. We're in California. This is from Massachusetts, so it should be, I'm not sure exactly where it's at right now, but in terms of nationwide, but this is going to be one of the big brands. If you see their stuff, grab it. So
right on.
We're going to bring you some more Clown Shoes.
Get out there and drink craft beer.
Cheers. Cool. What the hell was that? Okay.
I'm doing those are my exercises, like actors go, ooh, so this is like, to get their expressions going. I gotta make like vulgar noises and that, so when the camera's on, then I'm like, I'm like pumped up and energized to like do American Beer TV.
Whatever you tell yourself. That's how it works.
I gotta do something, dude. I got a really fucking shitty day.
No problem.
I gotta break like, I gotta break like the cycle of like going like fuck all day and be like, hey, what's up? Beer.